Alright, what's up everybody? Brian here, and this is my WWE Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live key points review, or recap and thoughts on a couple of key points that happened on Raw and SmackDown for this week's episode. So let's get right into it. Of course, a big week this week as far as professional wrestling is concerned. With WrestleMania happening this Sunday in New Orleans, as well as a bunch of other events like NXT TakeOver New Orleans this Saturday, Supercard of Honor for Ring of Honor Wrestling this Saturday. We have the Hall of Fame this Friday night, the WWE Hall of Fame. We have also Friday, Impact Wrestling versus Lucha Underground, where Impact Wrestling stars are going to be taking on stars of Lucha Underground. We had Raw last Monday, SmackDown last night. We have NXT tonight. I'm recording this on Wednesday. So NXT is happening tonight. That would be the go-home show before Saturday night's NXT TakeOver New Orleans. But getting into the review and the recap of the focal points of Raw and SmackDown this week. First, we start with Raw. The three big ones: Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Stephanie. Of course, those four are going to be in a mixed tag where Ronda Rousey will be making her in-ring debut as well as her WrestleMania debut, teaming up with Kurt Angle, the Raw General Manager, to take on COO Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. We had the opening segment of Raw, which was a face-to-face involving these four. Basically, not much to this segment. Basically, it was just back and forth of, we're going to win, no, we're going to win. That was pretty much it. It was like, okay, that was it. Basically, the segment ended with Triple H hitting Kurt Angle in the back with a microphone and Stephanie putting Ronda Rousey through a table. Basically, to just give a little heat to Triple H and Stephanie heading into Sunday. Of course, Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey a few weeks ago, they got the upper hand on Stephanie and Triple H. And then, of course, last Monday, Stephanie and Triple H returned the favor. My thought on this match, it's going to be interesting to see what happens as far as, who's going to go over, who's going to win this match. Will they put Ronda Rousey over? It sounds like that would sound like the right thing to do, having it be her, being her WrestleMania debut and her in-ring debut to win. But, this is WWE. How are they going to let Triple H and Stephanie lose? So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Another big thing has to do with John Cena and The Undertaker. John Cena came out last Monday night talking about how he's done everything to get The Undertaker to accept his challenge to a match at WrestleMania, but no answer from The Undertaker. He's gotten the fans involved as far as, making noise. Nothing works. So basically, Cena made it very clear that he's going to WrestleMania as a fan. He's not going to have a match at WrestleMania. He's going there as a fan, and he says he's cool with that. So, I think, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think this is one of the worst build-ups for a supposed match that is, taken place. I really don't care even if the match happened. Even if the match, happens, regardless, I think it should have some kind of, it should have been built up a little bit more. That's just my opinion. I think it could have been a lot more better build up than what they've given us over the last couple of weeks and over the last month. So that's just my opinion. And they've been, there's been a lot of people saying about what version of The Undertaker are we going to get. Are we going to get the biker Undertaker that comes out on the motorcycle. I mean, I know Kid Rock is supposed to be inducted into the Hall of Fame Friday night. So I could see where, Kid Rock sings, and Kid Rock sings Undertaker's theme song. But I just think that this build up is just for this supposed match that's gonna, supposed to take place. I really didn't care for how they built this match up. What else? And then of course that brings us to the Raw main event for WrestleMania, that being the Universal Championship match. Brock Lesnar defending against Roman Reigns. Last Monday night on Raw, or the last 2 weeks, Lesnar has left Reigns laying, and Reigns this past Monday got a little bit of revenge, but then got laid out again with an F5. Basically, Heyman and Lesnar were in the ring cutting a promo, saying that how Reigns is not going to win at WrestleMania. He's not going to take the Universal title from Brock, I should say. Reigns would come out. He would first be stopped by a slew of superstars who were on the ramp to prevent Reigns from going to the ring, but they would part like the Red Sea, and Reigns would wind up in the ring. Him and Lesnar would go at it. He would hit 5 Superman punches on Brock Lesnar, and basically he would look up at the WrestleMania sign, hold the Universal Championship, and then Lesnar would hop up and deliver an F5 to Roman Reigns, and that would end Raw. I liked the storyline that they have, where with this match, as far as Reigns talking about how Lesnar doesn't respect the WWE universe, he doesn't respect the WWE fans, he doesn't respect the company. He uses all these different perks in his contract, whereas Reigns is there night after night, week after week, year after year, and basically saying Lesnar's not there every week. I like that in the sense, but then it's like, this is WWE. They will probably put Reigns over after Reigns has got his butt kicked, 3 weeks in a row now. So they'll probably put Reigns over, in this one's coming up on Sunday. So that was pretty much it for Raw. The 2 points of SmackDown last night, to make this video quicker. The 2 points of SmackDown was the Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn situation. Of course, that is going to be a huge tag team match taking place Sunday. Shane and Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, where if Sami and Kevin don't win, they are still fired. They are still fired from they are still fired. They will remain fired, not to be back on SmackDown Live. But if they win, they are reinstated to SmackDown Live. Basically, Shane and Daniel Bryan came out to start SmackDown last night, basically saying what they're going to, talked about what's been going on between these 4. Basically, they would end up hugging it out, putting their differences away, and pretty much saying that they're going to beat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. We would then hear from Owens and Zayn later on in the show, where they would come out of the crowd. They would get on the announce table and basically say what they're going to do to Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon on Sunday at WrestleMania. As they were leaving, Shane and Daniel would come back out and basically get the crowd into singing na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye, and all that stuff. So, I mean, I'm expecting something to happen Sunday. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm thinking, and like I said, I haven't made predictions yet a video for my predictions, but I'm thinking that Owens and Zayn, the way they've been building this up, I think that Owens and Zayn are going to win on Sunday. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But that was pretty much one of the focal points of last night. The other one has to do with the WWE Championship match between the champion AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura coming up on Sunday at WrestleMania. We saw last week how Nakamura was going to hit the Kinshasa to AJ Styles after a match that Nakamura had with Shelton Benjamin, I believe it was, and did not hit it, but then patted AJ Styles on the head, playing mind games with him, heading into WrestleMania. We saw AJ Styles do the exact same thing last night after a tag team match in which Styles and Nakamura teamed up to take on Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. Basically, Styles did not tag Nakamura in. He would win the match with the phenomenal forearm. Shelton Benjamin after the match would attack Nakamura while AJ Styles was outside the ring. Styles would get on the apron, and Nakamura would take Benjamin and knock him out of the ring. And AJ Styles, looking like he was going to hit a phenomenal forearm on Nakamura, would stop, would not land the forearm, but would do the same thing to Nakamura, pat him on the head, and then leave the ring. And that's how SmackDown ended. I think this match is going to be great on Sunday. I can't wait to see that one. But my overall thoughts on Monday's episode of Raw and what took place on Raw and what took place on last night's SmackDown, not really much of, even though SmackDown was a solid solid, very good, showing as far as the show is concerned, really didn't do anything for me as far as, hyping me to want to see WrestleMania. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it so that I can do my review afterwards and give my thoughts on it. But really, there was nothing on Monday Night Raw or on last night's SmackDown that really is saying that this is you've got to check out WrestleMania. So, that's just my opinion. I'm still gonna watch WrestleMania Sunday, but this week's go-home shows really didn't really do much to say, oh, this is it. You have to check out WrestleMania Sunday to see what happens, this is going to be a great show. So that's just my opinion. I really didn't feel that they did enough to hype up Sunday's WrestleMania with Raw and SmackDown this past Monday and last night. So if you guys watched this week's episodes of Raw and SmackDown, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below, and what do you guys think is going to happen Sunday at WrestleMania. Leave in the comments below. So this has been my key points or focal points review of what took place, of some of the key points of Raw and SmackDown for this week's episodes. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.